Got my coffee. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another video, Storytime Slots. Hi guys. Happy Friday. Happy Friday morning. Today we're going to talk about what draws us, what makes us, why we go, when we go to the casinos. What makes you go? The chances are you're not going to win anything, right? Reality of it. You're going to come back with less money that you took. Chances are. But what makes you go? What makes me go? Why do we like to go even though we know that we are going to lose? And we might lose control. I've been doing great this year. Did you watch my video I put out yesterday where I took my buddy to the casino and he got his ass handed to him? Well, we're going to talk about that too, because I read all your comments and I responded to a lot of them. And I'm kind of happy about that. I got to respond to a lot of your comments. But we're going to talk about that. We'll give you some after hours insight on that whole ordeal. Before that trip we did a few days ago, I had said that I wanted to try that method that he was doing in high limit room, right? Putting in $500, having a $2,000 bankroll. I mean, yeah, he took $5,000 in that video. And by the way, if you missed that video yesterday, watch it. It's doing great. It's got over 3,000 views in a day. A lot of interesting comments, a lot of commentary, a lot of replies, a lot of interesting things that you guys have said in that video. Thank you very much. But there's no way in hell in 2026 I'm taking $5,000 to a casino. There's no way in hell I can even go through the week knowing I lost $5,000 in a couple of hours. For me, yeah, I can do that. That's fine. I can do that right now. I could just go withdraw $10,000 if I wanted to and then play and then mess up my whole freaking account. But I'm not going to. There's no way in hell I'm going to leave the casino $4,000, $5,000 down, knowing full well what I could have done with that money instead of sitting there blowing it in a matter of a couple of hours. $5,000, guys, even if that's disposable cash, even if that's disposable money, you know what you could do with that? I come back to traveling. You can go and see sights. You can go and create memories with your family for that amount of money. For a week, for 2 weeks. Like, what the hell, guys? I was just searching up tickets for Italy, $1,500 in April. Each, with hotel, flight. 10 days. There's no way in hell I'm doing that. So anyway, what I'm getting at is I was actually thinking of taking $2,000, trying this guy's method, going to high limit. But after that trip we had and that video that I posted, I changed my mind. That whole wanting to do that, I don't want to do that anymore. I just don't. Something happened to me. I'm like, I don't need to do that. A quick recap. I mean, he was up $1,900 at one point. Some of you guys suggested, why didn't you drag him out of there? Why didn't you drag him out of there? Why didn't you tell him, you're not a good friend, this and that? You're not a good friend. What kind of friend are you? You're an enabler. It's not his fault, it's your fault. Well, first of all, ladies and gentlemen, for those that blaming me, sorry, my foot itches. What does that mean when your foot itches? In my culture, when your hand itches, that means you're going to get some money, honey. But when your foot itches, what does that mean? First of all, for those that are saying those kind of things to me, saying that it's my fault, I'm an enabler, you're not a good friend. I suggested to the guy, let's leave. I suggested to the guy even before that, are you sure? Don't go. No, come with me, please, please, please. Okay, let's go. When he was up $1,800, I suggested, hey, you're up $1,819. Let's go. No, you're just gonna have fun. To his credit, he was eyeing $2,500 in the beginning. So this is what happens to gamblers, guys. You have a certain goal in mind in the beginning before you start playing. Okay, and that's where you set your sights on. If you're a little short of that, you try to make it to that. And then when you see that whole $1,900 is gone, right? You see that is gone. Then you start lowering your expectations and you start lowering your goals. And that's exactly what happened. And then he was okay with leaving with 15 if he reached that point again. When he was digging in, that's exactly what happened. Now he's down. And now he's okay with leaving at that point that he was at. And that's a totally normal thing to experience and to think. If you noticed in yesterday's video, guys, watch it if you haven't, but there is a gap right there. When he hit that hand pay, he was up $1,800 at one point. He hit another back-to-back bonus, gave him another $300. Then he hit a Golden Century 3 flags bonus that I think he was up like $2,000. All right. At that point, I suggested, hey, you're up $2,000. But did you notice after that 3 flags bonus, when he was up probably about $2,000, there was no bonus after that until I came back with another bonus saying we're down $2,000, guys. So from being up $2,000 to being down $2,000, that's a $4,000 swing. That's a big freaking swing. Couldn't hit anything after that. Changed machines, went from smoking Lotus to Lotus, high limit room. Couldn't get anything. He was just digging. And then he finally hit another bonus to kind of make his losses back. That gap that you see in that video is true. There was no bonuses to be had. There was no liners to be had there. What I'm trying to say is, how can you go from bonus after bonus after bonus to nothing in $2,000? And he was betting the same way. 3 to 5 spins, $12.50. 3 to 5 spins, $5. 3 to 5 spins, $12.50, 25-cent dinam. 3 to 5 spins, $25, $1 dinam. $4,000 with no bonus. That's a long time playing. What does that tell you, guys? That tells you that something happened there. Now, I don't want to get into no theories where, because I don't know the facts. This could be totally random, and I think that I believe both things. I mean, how can it go from these kind of results in the beginning to like dryness? How is that even possible? Are they doing something with your card, your player profile, knowing how much they gave you, teasing you in the beginning, laughing at you in the beginning, testing your will in the beginning, and then, boom, turning the faucet off right then and there. Turning the faucet off. Surely seemed that way. But Vahagian, what are you smoking? It's totally random. It's just, it's a number random generator. It's generating numbers. Guys, how can you go from that, both extremes? How is that even possible? And how is it possible that you can actually win something in the beginning and it happens? I want to say, dude, honestly, every time I go and it happens to a lot of guys that are high rolling as well. How can you go from winning in the beginning to losing at the end? How does that happen? Are we pressing the buttons differently? We're playing the same games. We're playing the same bets. But seems like something's happening at the end there. When we don't get up and leave. What's my takeaway from this, guys? How is that even possible? I mean, it is possible. I guess you're just getting unlucky, but every single time, I want to say 70% of the time, we're always up in the beginning. 70% of the time, we are always up in the beginning. Or something happens in the beginning where, you know what, it's not enough. They give you just enough to get excited, and then they, bam, punch you in the face. It's all our fault. It's all It's all our fault. My friend could have been easily fourth in a row, winner, $1,800. Had his 5,000 bankroll in his pocket, had his 1,800 in his pocket, more. $1,800, guys. That's someone's rent money right there. That's someone's monthly income. That's someone's enjoyment money. That's someone's whatever money. To take that much away, I don't care if you have 5,000 bankroll, $1,800. To have that and then to not have that. Someone commented in the comment. Someone left a comment saying awkward conversation on their way back home. No, it's a gambler conversation on the way back home. With could've, would've, should've, but didn't. With I'm done, I quit. Yeah. I'm going to take a long break. Him, not me. It's all normal. All gamblers go through that on the way back home. Had a long talk in the car after the tacos. What are you chasing, guys? What do you want? $1,800. I'm going to give you a real slot strategy right now, okay? A real way to bank that damn win, guys. This is the way I want to do things. This is the way I see it. All right? Know where you're at all times. And this is why I say don't freaking drink. You're there to have fun. Fine, have a beer. But to a point where you just don't want to count your cash, to a point where you're just all over the place, to a point where you're not aware of your bankroll situation and where you're at, that's unacceptable. You should know exactly to the T. Man, I wasn't even playing there. And I was doing the math. The bonuses, if you notice, I was calculating in my head how much he had, how much he's in now, how much he's up now. If I'm doing that on the sidelines, not even sitting in front of a machine, I can do that while I'm playing. The machine is not going anywhere. You can stop. Count your bankroll, count your up, count the credits in the machine, count your hand pace, count everything. And then you can go back into spinning. There's no rush there. There's no rush for you to sit there and just keep pressing the buttons. How long does it take you to count your bankroll and count how much you have in the credits in the machine? Bust open your calculator, do whatever you got to do. But the key here is to know exactly every single spin that you push in that machine, how much you have after that spin is done. No guessing games here, guys. No, I'm having fun now. No, I'm waiting to get a bonus. No, your thought process should be, okay, after this $10 spin, I'm going to have whatever, an X amount of dollars. After this spin, I'm going to have an X amount of dollars. After this bonus, now I'm up. Now I'm down. That should be your thought process, your mind, your the way you think. Sure, it's a game. Sure, we're having fun, but you're there to just take money home. So this is what I do, guys. I'm not playing at this level anymore, but when I do, and even small bets, you can do this, okay? Even small bets. Number one, know where you're at all times. How are you going to do this? By not drinking. Number two, and this is crucial, bank in increments. What I mean by that? Well, I'll give you an example of my friend, okay? That hand pay he got. He was up $1,800 after being down. He hit a $2,600 hand pay, $2,700 hand pay. He was down about $1,100 at that point, right? Now he's up $1,800. Take that $1,500 that you're up. Be okay to leave with that. Now, okay, I have I'm up $1,800. I'm there for an hour. I had all these bonuses, but now I'm up $1,800, a significant amount. You're not up a couple of hundred. You're up $1,800 after that hand pay. What usually happens after a hand pay, guys? Things go dry. I have no rhyme or reason. I guess we're getting unlucky or they're turning something off. One or the other. That's why you need to bank in increments. $1,500 in the bank. I'm going home with that money. You want to still have fun? You want to still try to chase? You want to still try to hit something and increase your winnings? Do it with the $300 that you can set aside to switch machines or continue playing. But that $1,500, put it away. Put it on top of that $5,000. I'm just giving you an example of my friend's situation. Put it on top of that money that you took to the casino. Boom. $1,500 I'm going home with. There's no digging. There's no kicking yourself in the foot. There's no... How can you kick yourself in the foot? Kicking yourself in the ass. There's no second guessing. There's no like pulling your hair out. I should have, could have, would have. No. All that stuff is done. You're up. You're going home with something now. By no shape, way, or form should you dig in after you won. That $1,500 should be banked. Banked. On top of your bankroll. Now you have $300, right? Now you have $300 to F around with, so to say. Mess around with that money. Have fun with it, you know. You don't need to bet it all in 1 minute. You can lower your bets, change machines, play a machine that you don't like, that you haven't tried yet. Have fun, you know. You don't need necessarily. You did the work of the day. You made money already. You're done. Now go and have fun. Now go and, I don't know, try a different machine, bet small, hang out. Now drink. But don't touch that money anymore. Put that aside. You know, lock boxes people talk about. You shouldn't have to be going to that extreme level, guys. I'm a big believer in self-control. You don't need a lockbox. Your box is right up here. Your box is your willpower, your power, your mind. Put that money aside. Put it away. Don't touch it. I don't care if you're... God, what is all these phone calls, man? People are calling me crazy today. I'm trying to get through this video and I can't. But I don't care if you have the emergency and you need to do something. That money should never be touched. Play with that money now. $300 turns into another $1,000. Bank another $500 to go home. Now you have $2,000 that you don't touch. Put another $500 away. Again, you have that $300 to mess around with. Bank in increments. Another $500 you win, put that to the side. Keep putting to the side. Remember that. Bank the money in increments. If you made something in the beginning, that's what I'm going to do. That's the only way of doing things, guys. Mind you, things don't work sometimes. We go there and we just keep losing and losing. Okay, you lost your bankroll. You tried. That never happened. That situation never arose for you to bank. That's fine. But how many times do we go into a casino? We were up at one point, but we never left and we lost everything plus our bankroll. Well, doing that strategy right there, that bankroll strategy that I just talked about, will eliminate that situation from ever happening again. Like I said, guys, if it wasn't your day, you were never up, fine. That's a different scenario. But when you were up, there's no reason why you shouldn't leave there with some money. Bank in increments. Know where you're at all times. You know, keep the socializing and drinking to a bare minimum. We don't need that right now. Socialize after you've made your money. Things get blurry and fuzzy at casinos, guys. I know. You're in the heat of the moment. You don't think. You don't know where you're at. You just want to continue to have fun. I get it. I've been there too. All this stuff I'm telling you guys has been life lessons of gambling. Thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars of losing, finally realizing how to really play. This information is very valuable. It's cost me a lot of money to just realize and wake up from. The best strategy is not going, of course. I mean, that's just cut and dry, right? But if you're going to go and have fun, this is the way you should approach things. Had he done all that, he would have been 4 times a winner. We would have went home happy. And he would have went for number 5 now. He's going to go back. I mean, you know how gamblers are, guys. We quit, we this, we that, a day, to recoup. You start thinking about what you could have done differently. And then you say, I'm going to go give it another shot. It's just the way things are, guys. He's not going to quit. I'm not trying to sound like, that kind of guy, but the reality of it, when you make a mistake like that, you want to make the wrongs right. And that's a normal thing to kind of go through and to kind of like experience. It's funny. One of you guys commented saying, hey, is he blaming you for recording? I wasn't recording the session. Another comment was like, hey, where's the strategy? Guys, do you realize that he didn't want me to record the whole play? He wanted we were okay with just bonuses. So I can't really show you the strategy. I could just tell you that it's a 3 to 5 spin method, changing denoms, betting minimum bets. That's the strategy. 3 to 5 spins, change denom, bet minimum, change denom, bet minimum, change denom, bet minimum. If things don't work out, change machines. If things don't, you hit a couple bonuses and it gets dry, change machines. Rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. That's the strategy. Now, again, since I couldn't record the play, he was okay with me recording the bonuses. I can't really show you, okay, this is the strategy. We'll do it with my play, and it's not going to be, that high of a limit. I'm not crazy like that to get started. Another comment I got was, hopefully this play doesn't influence me to do and try the same thing. No. I'm not going to get into this kind of gambling again with my bankroll, only because I know where this can lead me eventually. Sure, the wins are nice. Sure, the views are probably better. Sure, I'm going to attract more eyeballs if I play like this. But the losses can mount up. And right now, I do not want to lose, guys. I do not want to lose money like that. I'm not the kind of guy to take $5,000 to the casino. No way. That's not me anymore, guys. No way, no frickin' how. The most I take is about $1,000. I mean, 500 to $1,000, and just have fun, record videos. If I have some free play, use that in the beginning, play with that money. Low rolling bets, not necessarily like minimum spins on low level machines, But like, $1.50, $2.50, $5 at the most, some $10 if I'm up. The only way I will play like this is if I'm up and I want to just really swing for the fences. Let's say I win $1,500, get lucky on a hand pay, something like that, and I take $500 and I want to try this method at high limit, then I'll do it. Because it's their money and I want to create content, then I'll do that. And guess what? If it doesn't work with that 5, I'm out of there. So, yeah, a lot of comments were like, hey, couldn't you drag him out? Hey, couldn't you tell him this, that? Guys, how many times can you tell somebody to leave? Like, it gets annoying. Especially when you're losing, especially when you want to play. To hear somebody say, let's go, let's go, let's go, it gets really annoying for the player. And I don't want to be that nagging friend. Yeah, I'm with good intentions. I'm there to get him out of there. But ultimately, it's his decision. It's his money. I mean, I can't drag him out. Hindsight is always 20/20. After the fact that you lose, hey, you should have done this, you should have done that. But you can't nag your friend. You can't nag a player. It's his decision. It's his money. I suggested it to him. But it just, ultimately, it's on the player's shoulders if they want to leave. So the only thing we can do is keep those two things in mind. Where you're at all times and bank in increments. That's the only thing you can do. And be happy about the outcome. No matter how small of a win is a win. A win is a win all day, all night. I'll take the win. No matter how small. You got to kind of be disciplined in gambling, guys. Like, if I was disciplined 100%, I left so much money on the table. It's not even funny. Like, a lot of money that could have been banked, could have been taken home, could have been enjoyed, but it was lost and was given back to the casino for no reason at all. Because I got greedy, because I was stupid, because I was drunk, because I wanted to play. The greediness kicked in, the gambling kicked in. The addiction kicked in. So we can avoid this, guys. Like, we can avoid this kind of shit. We can really avoid it by doing these kind of steps when you're up, We can avoid it. Guys, it's very easy to armchair quarterback, but when you're there playing, it's different. It's different. I could have done this, I could have done that, but had we known, right? Had I known, I could have been a multimillionaire right now. Had I known the crypto was going up to this much, had I known what the lottery numbers are going to be, I'd be hitting that. So, I understand where you guys are coming from, but you kind of have to understand the player too. Sure, made some mistakes, and those mistakes, we can really learn from it. This video that I posted yesterday, people can really learn a thing or two from it. And it's all up to us and what we do. So anyway, yeah, it's crazy, guys. It is nuts. Yeah, I was going to go and do that. I was going to try it. But now I just say, I got that out of my system. I don't want to do that no more. I don't want to be in that kind of predicament. I don't want to be in that kind of situation where I'm losing thousands of dollars. In that video I said I might play, I might not. I didn't play. I did not play. I'm kind of proud of myself for that. I was there for support. I tried my best. I did what I had to do, but it wasn't enough for my friend to walk away. So there it is. Thought I'd talk about it in this video. It's February, what is it, the 20th today? Beautiful morning here. Sun's out. Now I really got to get serious with my health goals, because I woke up this morning, I said, even with gambling, you can do this, guys. The sun rises. You get a fresh start every single time you wake up in the morning. Whatever you want to change in life, whether it's eating right, whether it's working out, whether it's gambling, whether it's quitting something that is bad for you, whatever, you can always do a fresh start. You can screw up the night before, but then in the morning you get a fresh start to do it all over again. And that's what I'm doing. I'm doing it all over again this morning. You know, I'm done with eating. I'm done with all that. Guys, it's been my Achilles heel for forever. You know, like doing good, getting progress made. Then I start eating the crappy foods, and then I get like one thing leads to another. It's a snowball effect. And then you don't see any weight loss. You don't see anything. I'm going to start getting back into what I was doing, where I didn't care about the weight. I didn't care about weighing myself. Now I'm always constantly getting on the scale. Why? You know, when I started this back in August, I didn't get on the scale for 3-4 months. I did what I had to do. But now I'm like, okay, yesterday what did I eat yesterday? I went to Vietnamese pho. I ate pad thai. I ate like that's not really, it's good, but it's not really ideal for what I'm trying to do June, July, right? Like that has pasta in it. I ate dumplings, which were great. A great Vietnamese restaurant here on Colorado Boulevard by Pasadena City College. Very busy place. But then I had that. Then I had a sandwich in the morning, you know, I had with bread and, you know, I mean in the morning, at night, I had bread is so good. But it goes against what my goals are. I can't have these breads. I can't have these sodas once in a while. I can't have this stuff. I got to stick to eating clean and see results. I probably gained 5 pounds. But being open about these kind of things that I need work on is helping me to keep myself in check. Talking about your things, talking about things that you're weak on, you know, that you need help on, that you want to see progress on. Like I'm more into hitting my goals right now this year than gambling. Gambling, I feel like I can do better. I feel like I don't even want to go to the casino. Like that's just not. I'll go and I'll have fun, but it's not like before where I have to go right now. You know, I have to go. No, it's not even like calling me anymore. But for the sake of just having fun, I will go maybe once a week. Record all my sessions so I could have content and something to talk about. But having these kind of talks with you guys is a good thing. You know, I like it. You know, I read all the comments yesterday. I read all of them, replied to most of them. And one lady left me a comment saying, hey, because the short I made 2 days ago about you guys are awesome. It's because of you I make content. I made a short 2 days ago. Got a lot of views. And one lady left me a comment, but you don't respond to the comments or you don't interact. And then I paused. I said, you know, that really isn't me, you know. And then she's right. You know, I've been so busy this whole week. But to hear that from somebody is like, wait a minute, I got to respond to some of these comments. You know, like I read them all, guys. I know exactly who you are. You know, the regulars and the new people too. But sometimes I don't respond. That made me think I have to respond to some comments. You know what I mean? I try to make time. If I'm doing something at work, my phone, I respond. If I have 20, 30 minutes throughout the day, I go to the comment section. It's easier for me to read them and then replying. Replying takes some time because I just don't want to say thanks to every comment. Like, and then YouTube gives this auto reply thing where you can just pick a AI comment. I don't do AI comments. That's BS. I'd rather not leave a comment than leave an AI comment. I hate AI in everything in life. I hate AI. There's this one video reminds me of this. I mean, it's not an AI. I don't think it's an AI video, but this guy posted a video. I forget the channel. Angie's picture with devil horns and Lady Luck HQ's picture with devil horns. And then the other side, he had a picture of Vegas Mad and angels and all that. Leave a comment if you saw that video. I want to know if how many of you guys watched that video. Whoever's running that channel, man, if that's your real voice in there, I think it is. I think this is not AI because you messed up a couple of times. You fumbled. It sounds like a microphone. I think it's a real person, but I could be wrong. Brother or sister, whoever you are running that channel, I forgot the channel name. At least get the slot channel's name right. All right, you called Lady Luck HQ Slot Girl. It's Lady Luck HQ, man. It's not Slot Girl or Slot Woman or whatever you said in that video. At least get the names right. All right. He claims in that video that NG's playing with house money, and that's the whole thing of that. I mean, come on, man. Are we still talking about that? By the way, NG last night, he was live at 12 midnight Pacific time. I was up. I was watching this video on YouTube about how music sucks now. And it does. And a recommendation came up and I seen NG live. It's 12 midnight. Like, what is this guy doing still playing, right? I click on it and he's in Florida, Tampa, right? And he's, wait, it's 3 a.m. over there. What's he doing live, right? He's taking pictures with people and having fun. The guy's still betting $3,000 a spin, $12.50 a spin. It's like, jeez, $1,250 a spin on Genghis Khan. He loves that Dragon Link or Dragon Cash Machine. How he does it, where he does it, how, his business is, that's not on our business, man. The point is that he's betting big spins. I could not imagine betting that. And wow, guys, that's just huge. That is just huge. He's got it going on, whatever he's doing, so that's freaking huge. One other comment I got was interesting, saying, hey, Fernando, it was you leaving it. And by the way, Annalicia, thanks for leaving comments. Every day is good. Thanks, Barger, all the regulars, all you guys, Uncle Monkeys, Enigma, Dr. Shore, Arthur. Quick shout outs to who I can remember right now. Fuzzmosis. Who else can I remember off the top of my head? Everybody, Kathy Tan, all you guys. Something Nutty, Everyday Nutty, or something like that. All you guys, Betty, Patty. Thanks for leaving comments. So back to Fernando's comment. He commented saying, hey, how come like Jackpot Judo, and he mentioned a couple of slot channels like Jackpot Judo, and he mentioned, who else did he mention? Some other channel, Lady Luck, I think it was, and all these other channels, Cowboy. And he's like, how come all these slot channels, they always post winners and they always win? And you show us the realities of gambling. And how come your outcomes are different than theirs? Are they some kind of experts or what's going on there? He was questioning. And I basically replied saying, man, I don't know. I can't comment on what they're doing. I can't comment on, I wish I could win. I wish I could post winners. I wish I could have the bankroll that they do that I want to blow away, but I don't. I don't have as many views as they do. I can only post what I can post, and I can only control what I can control. I can't comment on what they're doing, if it's real, if it's not. All I know is that they're betting bigger, they're lucky, and to me, it's like there's no such thing as being a slot expert. There's no such thing as you. For me, it's like if you want to play a machine and if it's going to pay you out, and if you're lucky and you press the button at the right time and you have it on tape, then you're a winner. That's what I can tell you. I don't claim to be an expert. I just show you the realities of what I'm experiencing personally. That's it. I've all these other guys, Fernando, I don't know. I can't comment on them. You know, I can't comment because I'm not part of their camp, or like, who cares? You know, like I said, I can easily post winners, and I can easily make my slot play look and look different, and show that, hey, I'm an expert here. I know what I'm doing. This method works, or that method works. The only thing that works is what I mentioned in this video: bankroll management, limiting your visits, not going at all, banking in increments, right? That's the only thing that works. Betting according to your bankroll. Certain kind of machines are going to give you bonuses. Certain kind of machines are not going to give you bonuses. And if you hit a bonus, you'll get a good bonus. But it might take you a while. High volatility, low volatility. Yes, you can do that. But ultimately, all I'll say is this, guys. I don't know what they're doing. God bless all of them. They're successful at what they do. Got to give them credit. I can't comment on if they're experts, if they're lucky, if they're this or that. Who cares? All I could comment on is what I do here on Storytime Slots, and what we have this thing going on here on this channel. So that's the only thing I can talk about, and that's it. You know, the only control I have is what I do here, and the important thing for me right now is to show you guys, hey, the realities of this thing. You know, this thing is not profitable. This thing is not like, you're not gonna go there be rich off gambling, bro. It should just be treated as something to do, entertainment. Take a bankroll that you want to if it blows up, then that's fine. Disposable money that you really wanted to just try your luck with, limit that, and that's it. You know, if something happens, if you hit $1,000 off minimum bets, you did a good job. Now go home and enjoy that money. Save it, invest it, buy something, pay off your bills, get current with your bills, whatever. Leave while you're ahead. That's all I'll say. And with that, we'll call it a video, guys. If you like these kind of talks, guys, like and subscribe to Storytime Slots. All right, guys, I enjoy making these videos. You guys rock in the comments. You guys are awesome. I always say that. My appreciation goes out to you guys. And gamble responsibly. What can I say? You know, what can I say? Gamble responsibly. We learn from our mistakes. We move on. We try not to repeat our mistakes. The one weakness that I have is digging in and trying to chase. That's the one weakness that I have, not getting up when I should. Even when I'm up, you know, small money. I should probably move machines, but I don't. Even with my low rolling bets here. Anyway, we'll talk to you guys next time, all right? Stay safe out there. Thank you for watching, and rock and roll. See you guys next time. Bye.